Bewitched, the beloved 1960s sitcom about charming witch living a suburban life, remains a cultural touchstone. Over the years, many actors who brought this magical world to life have sadly passed away. Reflecting on their contributions, this list celebrates 27 bewitched actors who have left an indelible mark on TV history, celebrating their roles and the enchanting memories they created for audiences around the world. Casey Rogers in the sitcom she played Louise Tate. In 1966, when she was in the sitcom, she was 40 years old, and sadly she passed away on July 6, 2006 at 80 years old.
In fact, he suggested that I stop by to make sure that everything was all right.
Oh, how sweet of Larry.
Yes, he is thoughtful.
Well,
Maurice Evans in the sitcom he plays Morris. In 1964, when he was in the sitcom, he was 63, and sadly passed away on March 12, 1989 at 87.
Elsewhere. Oh, they do make a cute couple, don't they?
Like fire and water.
Roy Roberts in the sitcom he played Frank Stevens. In 1967, when he was in the sitcom, he was 61, and sadly passed away on May 28, 1975 at 69.
People inevitably refer to one as big and the other as little.
You know, that's true. I was named after my grandfather, and I've been little.
Agnes Moorehead in the sitcom she plays Andorra. In 1964, when she was in the sitcom, she was 63, and sadly she passed away on April 30th, 1974 at 73.
Found and made for you a perfect gem named Esmeralda. And she's not an outsider.
Oh no, one thing we desperately...
Charles Lane in the sitcom he played Ed Hotchkiss. In 1965, when he was in the sitcom, he was 60 years old, and sadly passed away on July 9, 2007 at 102.
What's come over you?
You interrupted me.
Darren!
You never talked to me like this in your whole life.
Well, it's about time somebody did.
Robert F. Simon in the sitcom he played Frank Stevens. In 1964, when he was in the sitcom, he was 55, and sadly passed away on November 29, 1992 at 83.
Make a little effort to get along with Samantha's mother.
What for, dear? You seem to be making effort enough for both of us. Oh, I'll get it.
Elizabeth Montgomery in the sitcom she plays Samantha Stevens. In 1964, when she was in the series, she was 31, and sadly she passed away on May 18, 1995 at 62.
Well, that doesn't sound like our laundry. Their specialties are overstarching and shrinking.
Well, I haven't got time to change it now. Goodbye.
Take good care of yourself.
John Fittler in the sitcom he played Augustus Sunshine. In 1967, when he was in the sitcom, he was 42, and sadly passed away on June 25, 2005 at 80 years old.
You're saying that my poems are outdated. Oh, perhaps they are outdated. Then on the other hand, perhaps the advertising concepts being used are outdated.
George Tobias in the sitcom he played Abner Kravitz. In 1964, when he was in the sitcom, he was 63, and sadly passed away on February 27, 1980 at 78.
How would you feel if I invited one of my boyfriends to dinner?
Fine. Just make sure he can play pinochle.
Marion Lorne in the sitcom she plays Aunt Clara. In 1964, when she was in the sitcom, she was 81, and sadly she passed away on May 9, 1968 at 84.
There! Oh, how nice. Oh, thank you, dear, thank you.
Yes, you look lovely. Now, come on, sit down.
Richard Slattery in the sitcom he plays Police Officer. In 1965, when he was in the sitcom, he was 40 years old, and sadly he passed away on January 27, 1997 at 71.
I haven't the slightest idea, Your Honor.
Me either.
Although, come to think of it, a lot of things that bedwoman did were pretty quirky.
Alice Gosley in the sitcom she plays Esmeralda. In 1966, when she was in the sitcom, she was 43, and sadly she passed away on September 21, 2007 at 84.
Witch like Samantha fall in love with him. Tough luck, Ramon. You're mine.
Steve Franken in the sitcom he played George Buckley. In 1966, when he was in the sitcom, he was 34 and sadly passed away on August 24, 2012 at 80 years old.
Work out, and I dismissed him.
Oh? Why did you do that?
Well, if you must know, he came in here with a wild story about you being some kind of sorcerer.
Paul Lynde, in the sitcom he plays Uncle Arthur. In 1965, when he was in the sitcom, he was 39 and sadly passed away on January 10, 1982 at 55.
She's not very good at it, but that's what she's doing.
And furthermore, Mother, as long as the party is being...
Dick York, in the sitcom he plays Darren Stevens. In 1964, when he was in the sitcom, he was 36 and sadly passed away on February 20th, 1992 at 63.
The important thing is to get them out of here as soon as possible. We can argue about how it happened later.
I'd just like to know who to be sorry.
Herb Volan, in the sitcom he played Charlie Trainer. In 1967, when he was in the sitcom, he was 48 and sadly he passed away on April 26, 1981 at 62.
That says you've got two choices. Use Adrian Sebastian products or be ugly.
Charlie, that is pretty crass.
Yes.
Bernard Fox, in the sitcom he played Dr. Bombay. In 1966, when he was in the sitcom, she was 39 and sadly passed away on December 14, 2016 at 89.
Of course I heard you. I was surfing in the finals at Makaha. Came in second. Would have won if I'd used a surfboard. Well, what's the emergency this time?
Ronald Long, in the sitcom he played Henry VIII. In 1968, when he was in the sitcom, he was 57 and sadly passed away on October 23, 1986 at 75.
I say that a man cannot live with a wife nor without one. But after 5 failures, I've determined...
Alice Spears, in the sitcom she plays Gladys Kravitz. In 1964, when she was in the sitcom, she was 46 and sadly she passed away on March 3, 1966 at 48.
Those cookies are for the rally.
I'll eat now and go later.
No, you go with me now to Mrs. Stevens.
What for?
To return the cookie cutters.
Oh, that's not a man's job.
Sandra Gold, in the sitcom she plays Gladys Kravitz. In 1964, when she was in the sitcom, she was 50 years old and sadly she passed away on July 20th, 1999 at 82.
Yes? I don't know. I beg your pardon?
Dick Wilson, in the sitcom he played Drunk. In 1965, when he was in the sitcom, he was 49 and sadly he passed away on November 18, 2007 at 91.
Washed up. My boss even tried to send me to a psychiatrist.
Oh, you don't need a psychiatrist, buddy boy. Slam.
David White, in the sitcom he plays Larry Tate. In 1964, when he was in the series, he was 48 and sadly passed away on November 27, 1990 at 74.
Aaron, Larry likes it.
Like it? I love it. You do? Yes. Now tell me what it's all about. Yes.
Well, now, let me see.
Jack Collins, in the sitcom he plays Mr. Robbins. In 1965, when he was in the sitcom, he was 47 and sadly passed away on January 30th, 2005 at 86.
That's about it, gentlemen. I may be president of the company, but Mr. Barclay's in charge of advertising. And I believe in giving my executives a completely free hand.
J. Edward McKinley, in the sitcom he plays Benson. In 1967, when he was in the sitcom, he was 50 years old and sadly passed away on July 30th, 2004 at the age of 86.
Waiting room.
But what about my suggestions for the chili?
Not now.
Oh, wait, I'd like to hear those suggestions. I'm getting desperate.
I take it you're the...
Ron Masak, in the sitcom he played Police Officer. In 1969, when he was in the sitcom, he was 33 and sadly he passed away on October 20th, 2022 at 86.
That fellow was sure sore at that bed warmer.
Sore, Mr. Potter?
Yeah, it kept banging him on the head.
Oh, it did.
Mabel Albertson, in the sitcom she played Phyllis Stevens. In 1964, when she was in the sitcom, she was 63 and sadly she passed away on September 28, 1982 at 81.
Frank,
Something is laughing and clanking out here.
Oh, Phyllis, for heaven's sakes. That stuff is all rigged for the tourists. An English castle.
Sarah Cigar in the sitcom she plays Agnes Baker. In 1964, when she was in the sitcom, she was 50 years old. Sadly, she passed away on August 12, 1990, at 76.
I'm trying to get him back. Get who? The ghost of Mr. Henderson. He's here.
What do you think when 27 actors from the sitcom Bewitched sadly passed away? And who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to wait for my next videos. Thank you.